To all my killers and my $100 billers. To emo kids that got too many feelings. He held the register open while he counted her change. I was next in line, which meant I was invisible. From where I stood, I could see that the till was full. He didn't look the type to play superhero, so I stepped forth and paid for my cigarettes. Crept out the store's front door to chase a little breath. Bangles in my head, shake the song off. Another manic Monday night, it's gonna be a long walk. A car pulled up, a fixed up Cutlass. A woman and a child climbed out and left it running. They went inside of the deli, placed an order with the extra $1.50 bottled water, cause the daughter's picky. When they came out, mommy gave me a glance that said, man can love an angel, but he's gotta take the chance. Already knew the deal, I lit one up and walked. So they got back in their Oldsmobile, belted up and took off. Thug love on the corner by the Walgreens, looking at me like I'm just another square saltine. As I get closer, I notice they showing each other sketches out of their notebooks, reminding me of my old roots. I walked past with a nod and a reminisce. Where to God, hip-hop and comic books was my genesis. Respect the life and the fashions of the children, it's the only culture I've got, exactly what we've been building. All of a sudden, I'm in front of some man. No, he's a youngin', but he's got a gun in his hand. He looks 15, he looks frantic, no, he looks afraid. Immediately apprehensive till I heard him say, do you want this? It's not mine, I promise. I found it on my block in between a couple garages. Didn't want to leave it for a child to stumble over. I don't even know how to hold it. It was a 38, the poor man's machete. Held it in my hand, thinking, damn man, it's heavier than expected. Wedged it behind my belt buckle, knowing that it's evil. Even thought that I could smell trouble. The extra strength felt weak, but over there on the corner saw what I needed and proceeded to cross the street. Put the heat in a mailbox. To lose it, figured that the post office knows what's best to do with it. Mosey down the road, thinking about the old. I used to roam this zone through 2 feet of snow. Right here, this used to be a record shop. I've gotten love, I've gotten drunk, I've gotten beat up in that parking lot. I've had my Lake Street pride for 3 decades. These alleyways and these street lights have seen my best days. Before I was a germ, learning how to misbehave all the way to the grave. Southside is my resting place. Took a ride on Lindale, I'm getting near, but then the road became empty and the people disappeared. The clouds ran away, opened up the sky, and one by one I watched every constellation die. And there I was frozen, standing in my backyard, face to face, eye to eye, staring at the last star. I should have known, walked all the way home to find that you wasn't here. I was still all alone. No matter where I am, no matter what I do, I'm always coming back home to you. They can leave me for dead, they can take away my truth. I'm always coming back home to you. Through the lies and the sins that ride the wind that blew, I'm always coming back home to you. As sure as the life in the garden that you grew, I'm always coming back home to you. No matter where I am, no matter what I do, I'm always coming back home to you. If only I had known what you already knew, I'm always coming back home to you. From the heaven I've had to the hell I've been through, I'm always coming back home to you. I'm always coming back home to you.
Such a pleasure to come home because I have a very special love for this city.
Okay. I wanted to make a song about where I'm from, you know, Big up my hometown, my territory, my state, but I couldn't figure out much to brag about. Well, Prince lives here, we got 10,000 lakes. But wait, the women are beautiful, to me they are, and we're not infested with pretentious movie stars. And it hit me, man, Minnesota is dope, if only simply for not what we have, but what we don't. It's all fair, it ain't out there, it's in there, it's in the mirror, behind the breast, under the hair. Follow the dream, doesn't mean leave the love. Roam if you must, but come home when you've seen enough. I love New York and Cali, but I ain't moving. Too overpopulated, saturated with humans. And I'm not big on rappers, actors, or models. If I had to dip, I'd probably skip to Chicago. None of this is to diss, no one, nowhere. Like damn, I'm from Minnesota, land of the cold air. Too many mosquitoes and a fair share of egos. But like my man Sabi says, that's where my mind so if the people laugh and giggle when you tell them where you live, say. And if you know this is where you wanna raise your kids, say. If you're from the Midwest and it doesn't matter where, say. If you can drink tap water and breathe the air, say. Got trees and vegetation in the city I stay. The rent's in the mail, and I can always find a parking space. The women outnumber the men 2 to 1. Got parks and zoos and things to do with my son. The nightlife ain't all that, but that's okay. I don't need to be distracted by the devil every day. And the jobs ain't really too hard to find. In fact, you could have mine if you knew how to rhyme. This is for everyone around the planet that wishes they were from somewhere other than where they standing. Don't take it for granted. Instead, take a look around. Quit complaining and build something on that ground. Plant something on that ground. Dance and sleep on that ground. Get on your hands and knees and watch the ants walk around the ground. Make a family, make magic, make a mess. Take the stress, fuel your motivation, and build your nest. It sucks that you think where I'm from is whack, but as long as that's enough to keep your ass from coming back. And with a smile and a hint of sarcasm, he says, I beg your pardon, but this is my secret garden. Alright. So if the people laugh and giggle when you tell them where you live, say. And if you know this is where you wanna raise your kids, say. If you're from the Midwest and it doesn't matter where, say. If you can drink tap water and breathe the air, say. If the playground is clear of stems and syringes, say. If there's only one store in your town that sells 12 inches, say. If no one in your crew walks around with a gun, say. And if you ain't gonna leave cause this is where you're from, say. St. Cloud, Minnesota. Mankato, Minnesota. Duluth, Minnesota. Kansas City. St. Louis, Missouri. Columbia, Missouri. Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Madison, Milwaukee. Cincinnati, Ohio. Columbus, Ohio. Boulder, Colorado. Lawrence, Kansas. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Ann Arbor, Michigan. Indianapolis, say.